Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Dreadnoughts and the Snowhawks, and it's coming up next.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the visiting team and the home team. I'm Kate Scott. Joining me, as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL Divisional Round game. Well, excited, the word that you and I get to use, Brock, as do all these great fans in attendance, but for the players down on the field, I think a better word to discuss in this situation might be pressure.
I don't think there's any question about that, Kate. With every one of these playoff rounds, that pressure...
We're just 2 steps away from the Super Bowl, and we're underway in this NFC divisional matchup. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
And even if he's still pretty early in his career, we know he is perfectly comfortable and settled into this spot as the be-all, end-all for this offense. Every time you take the field as a quarterback, you know you're gaining experience. You're getting more comfortable in the role. And as he goes forward, he tries to learn and take something away from each and every one of these moments.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Buying some time right. He's on the move. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. We've got a break in the action. Looks like someone was shaken up on the play. Medical personnel out now to attend to him. All set up now for 1st and 10. Play action now, Murray. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Well, this group right here, Brock, poised to make a run in the playoffs, but they've had to earn that trip to the postseason, haven't they, without some of their teammates here on the field.
And for everyone on this injury report, the key is recovery. If you got a shot to make it back, any shot, you're going to do all you can to be a part of a playoff run. And for those guys out there playing today, the key word is prevention. Do not add anybody else to this list before the postseason arrives.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
On now is the punt team for the Dreadnoughts. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. So here comes this offense as they get set for their opening drive. And we'll get a look at the guy calling the shots, their 5th-year quarterback.
As you're running onto the field with this kind of field position as a quarterback, you're reminded yourself and your huddle, hey, let's be disciplined. Got to be on the details here. Got to take care of the football. And you also encourage them and let them know that script you've been working on all week, well, there's a lot of field and there's a lot of plays ahead of them to go and put a score on the board.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. From the gun, Smith. That one's complete, right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another carry for him. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Looking to throw, Smith. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Ball at the 33 for first down. Shotgun snap to Smith. Has him on the quick hitter.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Encroachment, the defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. This drive just keeps on moving. After the penalty, resets that marker. And again, it's Smith. Flushed down out to his left. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Finds a man right side. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Their opening drive continues. 1st and 10 now from the 39. Out of the gun, here's Smith. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it's going to be 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Smith. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Pressure comes, Smith. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they're on the board.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Cut out left. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They've got a man in motion. Now for the first time, they turn to the rookie from Texas. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and long.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. From the 19. Finds him over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10. Running it after the penalty. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
That'll do it for 1/4 of this NFC Divisional Round matchup. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll get back to the action in just a moment. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They're looking at 3rd and very long. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. The Snowhawks getting ready to send this one flying. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's Murray. Complete out to the right side. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give him a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they face 2nd down. Back to the air, Murray. Finds his target, Allen. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative when the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be their football. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now Smith. That one's incomplete over the middle. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Smith back to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, Smith to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They'll throw it again. Throw left side, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. From the gun, Smith. He has the 1st over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st. Still sticking with the passing game. He's got it over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. They go play action. Here's Smith. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Complete out to the right. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will add to their score.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Now this offense getting set to work here. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Now Murray on the play fake. Throw reeled in by Allen. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he gets a gain of 9, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 31. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that gives them the first. Murray looking to throw. That's Thomas. He's got it. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Dreadnoughts tie it in the final minute of the half. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs then, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And they'll take the lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Fielded at the 7. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. This offense getting one final possession here before halftime. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. Short pass brought in. And this one does not go far. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. From the 33 on 2nd down. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Finds his man over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. Smith on 1st down. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. And again, it's Smith. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And he missed it. It's no good. And they fail to claim that lead. They're still down by a point. So we're to halftime in this fight for a spot in the NFC Championship game. Now we'll send you from one end of the country all the way to the other. Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime
Let's take a look
Report.
ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive in the second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. They give it to him again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
They'll run here on first down. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
A play fake. Now Smith to throw. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air. It's Smith. That one's complete right side. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Throwing is Smith. Cut out left. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Smith. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And they fail to claim that lead. They're still down by a point.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
Now outruns their offense to take over. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 42. Catch made by Allen. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And he works this to the 38 before going down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 38. Brought in right side. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
First down from the red zone. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Murray. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. It's picked up by the defense. Up to the races, middle of the field. And they finish the return to the end zone. Touchdown. The Snowhawks grab the lead on their first series of the half. They come up with a stand in the red zone, Brock, and that defense, you could just tell, they were on a mission, not just to force that fumble, but to do even more damage on that turnover.
I think we can hear the coaches up here in the booth scoop and score. I think you can read the lips of the players on the sideline scoop and score. There was no thought to just fall on that one. It hit the deck, and everybody's eyes looked all the way down the field at the other end zone, and they worked in unison to set up a massive, massive scoop and score touchdown.
And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead. Really seemed like they were trying to get as much momentum as possible out of that series of events, didn't it? Big play like a fumble return, Brock. They wanted to add another big moment with that 2-point try.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all, even if they did fail. Kind of like a big play we see all the time, right? The offense will get right back to the line. Don't let that defense breathe. I don't mind it, even if the execution wasn't there.
This offense getting all set for this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice gain. And sometimes, well, those surprises They don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Throw reeled in by Thomas. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now we're on the counter. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and
We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. They've got the ball to start, but their playoff future in jeopardy as they trail. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Handoff now from the gun. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. It's a gain of 4, and they're going to need twice that now on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted! And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Second time they've taken one back on him, Brock. First the fumble return, and now this pick 6.
You know, I point this out to you every defensive meeting room we're in, Kate, when we sit down in these production meetings, and you can see their boards, right? These defenses keep track, and they know if they get a score defensively, their odds of winning through the roof. You get 2, it's almost a certainty.
They failed on a 2-point try earlier, so settling for the traditional point after this time around. The point after splits the uprights. And the Snowhawks push the lead up to 12. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The offense headed back to the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. From the 32. Has it downfield, working the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And it sets up first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Murray setting up to throw. And a man is there to knock that away. Clean breakup on that throw. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Here's Murray. Caught, nice gain left side. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. It's a 21-yard gain. And they're going to have a first down. Trying the right side. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 19. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference.
Defense.
He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. This throw is cupped. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Now Murray. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing here, Murray. Flushed out of the pocket. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Dreadnoughts now within 1 score in the 4th. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Has this at the 6. Returns looking good so far. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Smith to the air now. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. This one intended for the running back. And now they're staring at 4th and long. They'll bring out the punter here. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll run here from the gun. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Now hold on a moment, folks. You got a player in some discomfort after that one. He's going to receive some assistance as we take a brief timeout. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Murray looking to throw. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's brought down for a loss.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
Murray on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st down, they'll run. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. He's back to throw. That's caught for the first. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll give him a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Short pass brought in. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to throw, Murray. It is caught left side. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Desperation time here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down. Here he is to throw. Completed over the middle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Setting up to pass. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
They aren't taking the offense off. All right, leaving them out, trying for 2. Trying for it on the ground. And he's into the end zone. Really smart call here in the 4th. Now a field goal would only tie this game.
You know, this game could be pretty simple. Beat the man in front of you, carry the ball over the line, rushing football at its finest.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. That outruns their offense. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. He's on the move. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Before the snap on 3rd and 2, they call time. Looking to throw it. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout. He'll look to throw it. Hauled in left side. All right, so he stops the clock, but seconds still ran off on a gain of, only 3 or 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Smith. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Throwing now. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Finds a man right side. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And they pulled off the rare and elusive road win in the postseason, which means their journey stays alive another week as they head to the conference championship, where they're going to get a shot to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a well-earned win for the Dreadnoughts as we say goodbye from Anchorage.